y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I am Crisean. Hopefully the audio is not too bad because I need a new mic. But for y'all who've been watching the channel, it has been a while. It has been quite the journey, to say the least. I am just waking up, trying to do something with my face. Face still puffy, looking crazy. I'm waking up a little bit because I gotta go to work today. It is 2026. I have not spoken to y'all since 2025, since June. Yes, I have attempted to vlog probably during the summer, but I'll probably put some clips on what I've been up to, what's been going on, the vlog clips that I do have, yeah. But we're gonna try to get this ball rolling again in 2026. Hopefully we can be more consistent. Hopefully we can be more better. But the biggest change in my life, the biggest headache in my life for the past 6-7 months, trying to find some way to live. And through just so much, it's just ridiculous. But we're going to start off with trying to find some way to live before I deep dive into all the other craziness. Apartment hunting. It has been the craziest, worst, one of the worst journeys of my entire life. And it is because of a algorithm of things. Can y'all hear that? I hope that noise is not too much. But I am officially in the apartment. I will do a completely different apartment tour later on. But welcome to the city. That is crazy for me to say. Yeah. Yes, it has been a long journey, and I want to show y'all some of these apartments that I have been going through and touring. The stories can be a little crazy, and I don't want to make this video too long, so hopefully, I don't know if I want to break this up in 2 parts. I don't know. We're just going to go with the flow. But the first apartment that we toured, actually a 2-level apartment, which is quite interesting. Like, people don't make 2-level apartments like that, like at all, unless it's like a penthouse apartment. But this apartment was attached to like a program with like a school, but they allow people to move in apartments as well, and mostly, like, I would say students, probably like 3 or 4 students rent an apartment from these people. But this apartment, I liked it. My sister Bella loved it, but I only liked it. I like the no. We got people talking over here. We got dogs barking over there. How we gonna do this, y'all? And I hope that the audio does not sound crazy. Please don't be too crazy. So when you walked in this apartment, it had like the hardwood floors. It had the exposed. The kitchen was like right there, right next to the door, with the washer and dryer, which I absolutely loved. It had a white refrigerator, and the aesthetics were not aestheticing at all. I already had ideas of, should I change it? Could I change it? Would I do? It had a built-in microwave, which I absolutely love. I do like this little bathroom. It was cute, but it was so small. But that was the second bathroom, which was a good thing, to have 2 bathrooms, especially when you have 2 people living in the house. I absolutely love that. So then when you go over past the kitchen and the bathroom area, you have the dining area. In the dining area, it had the exposed fireplace and the hardwood floors. Everything had character. It had character. And then when you walked upstairs, the upstairs was carpeted. So I did like that aspect because carpet makes especially a bedroom, carpet makes a bedroom feel super cozy. I did like the bathroom. The bathroom wasn't much to it, but I love a bathroom. As long as the bathroom is clean and like kind of like modern-esque. It doesn't even have to be like all that way modern, but the bathroom was a bathroom. It wasn't nothing to talk about. Yeah, but the only problem with this is it was a one bedroom. So Bella and I were contemplating, should we make it into a 2 bedroom? Should somebody take the living room? I preferably would rather try to make a 1 bedroom, if it's big enough, into 2 bedrooms, other than breaking it up like a studio, because I personally want a living room. I just think that is just my preference. I prefer to have a living room versus having a ultra comfortable bedroom. Because, and you can do everything in the living room. You can still, well, I do everything in the bedroom. You can still sit there, you can still chill, you can still watch the TV, act as a pseudo bedroom, act as a mini office. Y'all know in the last place, I did everything in that living room. I would edit in the living room. Sometimes I would crash and go to sleep in the living room. I did my content in the living room. So I would prefer that to be separate. But the only problem with this one is it requires you to have a 640 credit score. I don't have that. So with that being said, you have to get someone else to co-sign for you to have it, but then they would have to have a 700, and then they would have to make 5 times the rent. Not the traditional or the average 3 times the rent, 5 times the rent. So trying to find that, it was pretty hard. Now the second apartment, I absolutely love the kitchen. It was stark white, but it had stainless steel appliances. It had just like a modern finish. Nothing that I would personally have picked, but seeing this, it was kind of cool, to say the least. The dishwasher, and that's another thing. I don't think the first one had a dishwasher, but this one has a dishwasher, and the dishwasher looks so crazy. It just looked like it was just put there, to be fair. But a dishwasher is a dishwasher. As long as it's going to get my dishes washed, then I'm okay with it. The refrigerator is very spacious. You can fit almost any damn thing in there. I don't even think I would fill it up. Built-in microwave, which is definitely a necessity. So then they had this pseudo fireplace in there for, I guess, for aesthetic purposes, which wasn't bad. I don't know if it worked or not. So then you came in, and I love the hardwood floors, like that fake hardwood floor look. I absolutely love that. When you leave outside the kitchen space, which could be a dining room, living room area for your things. It was a little tight in there, but we could have made it work. So then you have these like this double doorway, and then you have another part on the left side. So in this doorway, they like blocked this off and made these like little doorways to make it a 2-bedroom. So it was spacious, pretty nice. And then you walked in and you went to the 2nd bedroom, which was a lot. It was different, and it had light, and this one had a closet, which the other one didn't, which would have been a problem for 2 people. Definitely a problem for 2 people. And then you have this window right here that looked into brick walls, and then one on the other side for the fire escape. Let's go to Bella, y'all. So this one wasn't bad, and I would say the location was, it was ideal for being downtown, but for me, I feel as though it wasn't ideal at all because, oh yeah, this did have a washer and dryer, which is amazing. Inside the unit, once again, a washer and dryer inside the unit is such a plus. It's such a It's such convenience. But on property is way better than having to haul all yourself to a laundromat if you prefer that. Like my last place that y'all were privy to, and for y'all, well, those of you who are not privy to, just go watch those old videos, y'all. Y'all can watch those old videos. There's nothing wrong with that. But to go back to that, sometimes the power of the wash machines are just not giving what I need to give, so I still went to the laundromat. I still went to the laundromat on most occasions at the old place. So the only downside about this, the bathroom was cool. I do like the mirror. It kind of made it modern. Everything else was like, to me, not modern at all. I don't know what the bathroom inside the shower was doing. The only downside to this bathroom is it didn't have a tub. I like to take a bath every now and again, especially when I'm working out or have a rigorous day. It is nothing like a nice hot bath with some bubbles, some oil, and some Epsom salt to just kind of relax you, to wind down and just get all that craziness off of you. But other than that, this unit was cool. We definitely could have worked with this. Oh, like I said about the ideal location. Ideal for downtown. Not ideal for me. I typically don't want to live on a busy street where it's just like traffic constantly. Like, and I'm talking about like a busy street where people are going to work. There's a highway close by. It's just so much going on. Yes, and this one was definitely on one of the busiest streets on downtown Baltimore. So just having to leave your house, like, and for me, it's like just having to leave your place and having so many cars passing by, knowing where you live. The noise aspect could be, because living in the city, you're going to get noise, but depending on where you are, you're going to get much more noise than other places, other parts of the city. So yeah, that was just the only thing. And it was so busy in that area, like extremely busy, to the point where like it had like, this unit was on top of a store. Like it was a shopping, like a shopping street. So you had your shops, you had coffee shops, and we were on top. And it was like multiples. Like if I could just paint the picture, like it's just highly busy. This one I liked because it was in a perfect location. It was literally like down the street from my best friend, and like so close to the city, but in walking distance. But in walking distance where it wasn't like too busy, too loud. It was like you can leave your apartment and take a stroll into the city. Like, I would say like 4 or 5 blocks into the city, which I absolutely love. Because I love to walk, I love to be active, and I just love to stroll and walk around the city. So this was very spacious. This was, I believe this was a 2-bedroom. This one was a 2-bedroom. But it had the hardwood floors. It had the closet right before you come in the apartment. It did have a lot of work that it needed to be done, but I was like, it's the city, it has character. We're running out of options, we're running out of time. I'm getting frustrated, Bella's getting frustrated. We just want some place to live. And Bella wasn't feeling the aesthetic of it all, and it had a radiator in it, which I'm not like opposed to radiators. I prefer not to have a radiator, but that's like old aesthetics, that city vibe. So I was willing to work with it. The closet space in the first bedroom was pretty spacious. The closet space wasn't. The second bedroom, they looked about the same. So, and both closet spaces are like, wasn't really given. And they have like the in the window air conditionings, which is not bad as long as it gets cool there. I'm cool with that. The bathroom hideous. I did not like this bathroom at all. I guess they tried to make something with that little like brick, like stone looking, I don't know what you call it. What do you call the things? Paper mache, cement things. So as y'all can see, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling the bathroom at all. The kitchen, hated. The kitchen was so old. The kitchen was so old, so like unmodernized, and it was the tiniest kitchen, the second tiniest kitchen that we had, that we ever toured. So yeah, wasn't really feeling that. Bella definitely wasn't feeling that. She hated it worse than we did. But then the lady was like, oh, we have another one in the unit. Somebody just moved in. We just got to go in there and clean it up a little bit. And this one had carpet like throughout. So that was like a plus, especially for Bella because she loves carpet throughout the units. So it looked a little bit more modern. It looked a little bit more cozy, a little bit more new. So we were definitely feeling these vibes. But this was on the first level. That one was on I believe the third or fourth level. And this one was on the first level, which is not bad, but I preferably would rather not live on the first level. I like the bathroom was okay. Still kind of hated the kitchen, but it was still a kitchen. The kitchen was still a little bit small, but overall was way nicer than the first. So this one I absolutely loved. I love this building. This was a new building. It was like only like 60% occupancy. So many recommendations, like, oh, you should move in that building. It's really amazing. It's new. Hardly anybody lives there. The people are fine. Everything is just like new and it's modern. And as you can see, the bathroom is absolutely gorgeous. I just like, this is it. This is the one. And it had that little shelving unit in the bathroom for extra storage, extra space. This was like, to me, absolutely breathtaking. The hardwood floors, those full hardwood floors, the apartment complex was like a little community, so that's why you see in the back, it's like that little grassy back area. You can go out there and you can probably host parties or whatever you want to do. That closet, as you can see back there, that closet was everything. You can see it had an island to the kitchen. Both of the bedrooms were extremely spacious. The closets were like so big, so like nice. And they actually made the bedrooms super big, but the living area was kind of small, which was like crazy, but I don't care. I could work with the living room, but as long as you can have a big closet. The kitchen, gorge. I adore the kitchen. Everything was like that open space layout, which was just absolutely amazing. I just absolutely love this. The property manager ended up showing us multiple units of this place. So this is another one. They do not have washer and dryers in the unit, but you have an option to get them put in and placed in the unit with an extra $50 a month option. I was like, yes, we'll do it. We will do it because for that convenience, that is just like, you can't beat that. And now this is the third unit. It's still a 2-bedroom, so it's gonna look a lot similar to the first one. It's just like everything is on a different side, but still like everything gorgeous, everything brand new. I could definitely work with this bathroom. This was, I believe, the favorite as aesthetic wise, as everything, and kind of like location wise. It wasn't in it was off of a busy street, but how the complex was like, it was tucked away. But I will brush y'all on more apartment tours. So yeah, that is the journey we've been on. Trying to find an apartment, especially in Baltimore City, was crazy. Trying to be in the city is crazy, and it's just a different. You gotta have a different mindset. You gotta have a different mindset. My mindset was going literally from modern to old, modern to old. Like I am trying to wreck my brain how I'm going to live my best life in a modern thing, but then have to tweak it for character and like my best Sex in the City like all at the same time, dealing with price points and credit scores. Yeah, that was pretty hard, especially this year. Credit shot the shit. But yeah, I will talk to you a little bit later. Bye y'all. Hey y'all, I just got in the house not too long ago. Showered, got all clean, and I'm tired. When I tell you certain things will just make your day longer, that just does not have to be longer. Electric cars, charging them, I don't wish that on anybody. Nobody. Like, that is like the most frustrating and draining thing. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm like up to here, sick of it. I posted this, y'all. This has been my tried and true combo as of the past like 2 months. Living in and out of family members' homes, Airbnbs. You need to pack light. And these have been my tried and true holy grails. Like the big bulky, big old bottles of stuff, just sometimes it just don't work. They just weigh you down. So I have paired these together. Like y'all know I love me some Palmers, and this Vaseline has just been hitting. Like I discovered this like what, last year, 2024, and it has been just one of my holy grails ever since. I just recently like dropped every single bit of my triple acid resurfacing serum that I got from e.l.f. If y'all been following my channel, y'all know I love me some e.l.f. skincare. It is very inexpensive, very affordable, but it works so well. So I can only use but so much because most of it is literally in my bag. I cannot buy products like that. So I'm gonna have to re-up, but I'm gonna have to wait on that because I'm broke. So yeah, we're only gonna do a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna go in with the base. This is like a part of my winter skincare base that I love to do. This has been incorporated in my skincare braid base. So I just put a little bit of the all-purpose cream, cocoa butter glow. I feel as though the products that come in these tubes versus like the big bottles, the formula is just different. Like I can't describe what it is, but the formula is just completely different. It's like thicker and richer, but the big bottles are like, it's not it. It's more like liquidy. It doesn't give you a, I don't know, if it was like a makeup product, it wouldn't be full coverage. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like, they're like more on the side of like creams and butters rather than like lotions, and I guess some of them say cream and butter. So I just paired the Jamaican black castor oil, the argan oil one, with the Vaseline. This should just hold you for the entire night. And then in the morning, you just want to wipe your face off with some witch hazel. I got mine from the Dollar Tree. So in the morning, just use some of these just to wipe your face off. Don't wash your face because you know I deal with dry skin, so I don't wash my face when I have my nighttime skincare routine. So just I wipe it off and just add a little tiny bit of this and that, and just do like my regular on top of my face skincare routine. Because the castor oil is really heavy and the Vaseline is really like Vaseline. And even though this is like the cream, it still has like Vaseline in it. So then I'm going to just do these two for body because I love me some Jergens. Jergens has been my tried and true. Y'all know I love the CeraVe, but the CeraVe is bulky and very expensive, so you'll be seeing her soon, but she was not with me the past few months. So yeah, try to pack light. But yes, I didn't do much of anything today. There is going to be a winter storm coming, and I was like highly unaware of it. Like, I already went to the grocery store anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. But be careful, y'all. For y'all who will be experiencing that, take precaution, do all that stuff, because it's supposed to be like a historical one. But yeah, this is so moisturizing. I absolutely love it. And the cocoa butter cream gives my skin just such a nice, like, sheen glow. I guess because of the Vaseline product in it. I know one thing, I am starving, so I want to make me a little sandwich, a little chicken sandwich. I got some French bread and some Parmesan cheese, so we can make a little Parmesan cheese salad. I got cans of tomatoes. Y'all know I love my stewed tomatoes. For y'all that been following me, no can opener. But so let's get this ball rolling because I am definitely starving. I am starving. Make me an iced coffee, and yeah, and then put my wine down, watch the YouTube, and then go to bed. Alright y'all, I made my dinner and I got this idea from this guy who made like, he made like a Parmesan, like chicken, like cheesy bread. So that's where I got the idea from. But I got a little lazy because I didn't feel like cutting the chicken. But it's so good. I am so hungry. Every now and again, I'm just craving ketchup and mustard. I have no idea why, y'all. Like sometimes I just have to have a burger and I just have to have that ketchup and mustard. I was gonna put like this 1,000 Island. Oh, I don't know if y'all remember my Asiago cheese dressing that I have, but the same brand has these 1,000 Islands. The same brand has the 1,000 Islands. I'll put it up right here. Oh my goodness. It is so good. Like everything from that brand is just like A1. But I'm just like, no. We don't gotta be that fancy. Just let's put some ketchup and mustard. I did use arugula, baby spinach, kale, and a chard mixture. I think that's what it was. I just love it because it gives the lettuce that crunch, like that crispy crunchy thing. A1. And of course, maybe my iced coffee. I have not had iced coffee in such a long time that I made. And hands down, I'm still top 3. Top 3, top 2. Of all the iced coffees I've had, I still come in like top 3, top 2. I don't care. I'm gonna watch some YouTube and just relax, unwind, and then go to sleep. Probably make a little dessert. I got some ice cream, y'all. It's a cheesecake ice cream. So good. And that's about it. Prepare for tomorrow. It's a busy day. Work, work, work. So yeah, I will check with y'all a little later. Yeah, later in the week. Hey y'all, it's the next day. We got some time, y'all, so I can run y'all down with the rest of the apartments that I have been touring and looking at. This was crazy. This apartment right here, it had a lot of character, that city vibes. There was old buildings with the radiator, and this radiator was long, y'all, because this whole apartment was so narrow, and it had like the exposed, the wood floors and the exposed fireplace, which obviously doesn't work because they don't do that nowadays. It did have an in-window air conditioning unit and heating unit, so that was nice. But this was the bedroom. This was a one bedroom, y'all. And this is to the point where we were just like, we'll take anything we can. We really ran out of all options. We had little to no money. We were running out of time, running out of funds, and basically just wanted to be in a stable place, and for now, so we could cut back costs. Like I said, our expenses was outrageously ridiculous, and yeah, we were just like, we're gonna take whatever we can get. The outside of this, like the hallways and stuff, look like the Addams Family. Literally, like, the wood was coming up. It was dark. It was like dusty, like very, very much like the building wasn't being like kept for like modern day people. This is the worst kitchen. Like, the aesthetic of the kitchen, horrible. This wood, the countertop, I completely hate it. And the only thing I liked about this kitchen is the floors, because it had that faux wood floor thing. That's the only thing. And then the white refrigerator. But then you gotta go in the kitchen to get to the bathroom, y'all. And the bathroom is cute. I'm not gonna lie. The bathroom was giving kind of cute. I love the floors. Everything over here looks clean. Looks like it was kept. It's very small. The sink is just like that. That's it. So I don't know how we were gonna do any get ready with me's in there. And then the tub was like a very olden day tub. When you get over here, that fire escape, that is a door, y'all, to the outside. That you're not seeing things like, Crisean, is that a closet? What is that? No, that is the door to the outside. Fire exits. So that means you can be in there doing whatever on the toilet. The outside. Doing whatever in the bathtub. The outside. What? No. And this, you have to have a 640 credit score. If I had a 640 credit score, why would I be here? And when we rolled up to the place, first of all, it had like caution tape all over it because they were doing maintenance or whatever in the front. And then this girl was like literally in the windowsill of somebody else's apartment, smoking a cigarette. Because then she left and went upstairs to, I'm presuming, to where she lived. This was a no. We don't have no options, but this won't be it. And it was a bus stop on the corner of the place. Like I said, I'm not trying to knock anybody. Me personally, for safety reasons, I can't have that, yo. I can't have that. I'm just not going to have a bunch of people knowing ins and outs of where I live. And y'all know sometimes I am very attention grabbing. So y'all know when I got my hair on, makeup, all that, all the things when we are done up. So we end up touring this one, and To me, this was fine. Bella absolutely hated it. The location of this building was perfect. The street wasn't busy. It was like really low key. It was like tucked away. It was still downtown, but it was really tucked away. It was like it was a busy street, like downward, but the street was not as busy as it could be because it had the freeway right there. So it really wasn't a lot going on right there. I absolutely adored that area. So then you go into the kitchen. Like I said, I love the floors of the kitchen, everything in the appliances. Then this had a microwave, which I absolutely love. Cute. The only thing is, like, we were sitting in the car after we saw it, and I'm like, oh well, we gotta get the cleaning crew. And Bella was like, I hope we don't have to clean such and such. And I'm like, they will get a cleaning crew to come clean it up. We're not supposed to clean it up. We're just moving in. She's like, no. So y'all, I'm like, that is impossible. They have to clean it. Bella called them, y'all. They cleaned it. Y'all saw the stains on the carpet. Y'all saw the stuff on the walls. They cleaned it. They already cleaned it. And it was like, oh, we can get somebody else to come in and clean it. What? So, yeah. But we were like, shit, we'll clean it. Like, I always clean anyway when I go to somewhere new. But yeah, they cleaned it. No, I'm gonna tell you two stories. So we wanted these two other places. It was just one place, and it was like above a bakery shop, and it was small, and I was like, ooh, this is going to be something else. That place was something else. I did not film it though. And the layout of it, they had a couch in there, and we're like, well, if y'all want to keep the couch, y'all can keep the couch, but we can remove it if y'all want to remove it. But so, but I guess if you don't have a couch, you can have a couch. And then it was like this. You walk up the stairs, it was a living room, and then the kitchen area, and everything is so narrow. And then it was like this little stairway, and you walked up, and it was like a platform where you can have like the bedroom. But it was in an alley, so you had to go through the alleyway to get to the units, which was secured by like a gate, and you had to have like a key to the gate. So that made me feel great. So the only entryway was through the people who were occupying the other residents in this building. So then she was like, oh, but it's two of y'all, so let me see if I can get is this guy, he's moving out of this other unit. Let's see if I can see if y'all can look at this unit, and it's bigger, whatever. The area perfect, unit perfect. You literally had a key to the building, had to have a key to the building, and a code. When we walked up the steps, you had to have once you walk up the steps, it was another door. It was a door on every level. So you walk inside, and then you open the door with the key, and then it was with apartment units with doors. So it was like extra security, which I absolutely love. And the apartment, she showed us hers, but it's spacious, nice lighting, everything. This was the perfect location, y'all. Like, if it was a 2-bedroom, it would have been like a dream come true. But the 1-bedroom was so big that you could literally make it into a 2-bedroom and with no problem. And like I said, I want a living area, so a living and dining area and a kitchen, so we can decorate and still have a home. That just means something to me. Perfect location, y'all. Like, this is like my dream location. My dream location. So we had to go jump through hoops and valleys for this person because they work with credit scores. And then the income match, the credit score worked with it. But then it was just like, he was just like not moving, not budging. He was like, we're still working on it. We're still working on it. Days turned into a week. Weeks turned into like 2 or 3 weeks, y'all, of like, when is this? Because this happened in November. The guy was supposed to move out like mid-December. This was like mid-November because this was before Thanksgiving. And he just kept dragging his feet, and ultimately, and then he even said that he wanted character references. I've never even heard of that. What is a character reference? What is a character reference? So he wanted a character reference. So I ended up letting one of my managers having a character reference for me. Like, I don't even hardly know my manager. So she was sweet enough to write a character reference because y'all know I'm a sweetheart. So the character is never going to be a question. So I even did that, went against all of my judgments and my wishes, like, because it couldn't be nobody like family to write it for you, so professionally, like. But then ultimately gets back to us. We get back to him, might you add, to his assistant who was working with us. He decides to go with somebody who makes a little bit more money. Pissed to the utmost, to the pissed. I was heartbroken because I had so many plans in my head, like how I was going to do it. Like I said, the location was perfect. Walking distance from coffee shops, walking distance from the neighborhood that I've always wanted to live in, like my entire like city aspirational life. I was so disappointed. I was heartbroken. But moving along, then we had this one lady who was doing a room for rent, but it was like an $800 membership fee to join because it was like a housing for professionals. And we told her that we do what we did as a living, but she loved us because of our creativity. Like, because Bella does Twitter and I do social media as well, YouTube. So she absolutely loved that about us. And she was such a sweet lady, such a nice lady. But it was an $800 non-refundable membership, and it was $1,000 a month for a room for rent. To have it $1,000 and it was a shared space, it just wasn't going to work. We had a virtual tour. We never saw the room in place. They don't show showings in person. They show virtual tours. And that was fine, but lovely place, lovely. We would have had the biggest room with our own private bathroom, but it still would have been a shared space and not the best of locations, to be honest. And it was kind of away from the city, the part of the city that I frequently occupy. But that was gonna be our last resort. If we couldn't find anything else, that would have definitely been our last resort. So this is the last and official place that we actually had until we got this place. Y'all, this was crazy. It was in an alley. When you do the Google search, it's literally a crackhead sitting on the steps beside the place. I'm like, child. It's like, I don't know, y'all, if you're not familiar with Baltimore, in the city, they have like, and probably like in many cities, it's like, they look like alleys, but they are streets. Very narrow sidewalks, just for like the trash people to come, collect your trash, and leave. No room for parking. You're literally like on your neighbors. And the buildings itself is just like extremely narrow, extremely small, and their steps, like they're like spiral steps. It's like crazy. And I remember when I was driving this guy, and he lived, and the first time I ever went down these little streets, and he was talking about it, and I had asked him like about the space in his apartment, and he was like, oh, he loved it. He's been there for years. It is tiny, but his specifically was like slave quarters. That's why they're so tiny, so narrow. I'm like, oh wow. So I wonder if they all were like that. But this one, because some of them, it would look so nice. Depending on who's living in the neighborhood, they look so nice, so put together. It's like a little Harry Potter land. Like you just like walked in diagonal alley, and everyone has like plants and pottery. Everything is nice. Sometimes the buildings are colorful. Just depends on who lives there. But this place, y'all, no. It's literally in the alley. It was like somebody abandoned the houses in front of it. It was like an alleyway, like like the alleyway, and then there was another alleyway, and it was like this housing, like looked like they abandoned that shit. Like this place looked, it just looked inhabitable. It just looked inhabitable. So we get in there. This is the bathroom. This is the upstairs, y'all. So this is the bathroom, and it did not have a bathtub, which is like such unfortunate. Like I love taking baths. After like I said, after like a long day of like exercising or running or just a long day in general, you just feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, or just a hard day at work, you can just like get some Epsom salt, some oils, everything that smells good, and just luxuriate and just like, oh, just like be comfortable and soothing, like your own little spa. We definitely were going to have to go in there and scrub this little tiny way. I don't know what this is, y'all. Like, this is a walk-in closet, because it can't be anybody's bedroom. It can't be anybody's bedroom. Like, but these are the steps I was talking to you about to get downstairs. How narrow is that? And we stayed in the Airbnb, look similar to this whole layout. I love the backsplash in the kitchen. I love the built-in microwave, but everything just looked like it needed to be worked on, like a house that was under construction. We were going to make it work though. So then when we actually left and went outside of this place, tell me y'all, why did we see a rooster and a hen? Girl, it was chickens in the alley. I said, oh my God, is this a sign? Is this a sign? Is this a sign? What is become of this? Like, I was like, we'll get back to you later. We will definitely be in touch with you. Not the best of neighborhoods at all either. So the neighborhood, not the best. Then you ended up getting an alleyway. Yo, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. But it was true. It was tried and true to the saying of things get worse before they get better. Because the very same day we saw this place. It's been a long journey, y'all. It has been an extremely long journey. Good morning. It is a few days later. I made my hot chocolate. Oh, nice and cozy, nice and warm. Fun fact, I really don't like marshmallows. I'd rather have, like, to be honest, whipped cream in my hot chocolate rather than having marshmallows in my hot chocolate, unless it's like a whipped kind of like marshmallow, then I absolutely love that. I do want to try some marshmallow fragrances though. I really want to see what that is giving. I've been gone for like 7 months. Life update. Where have I been? What's life been like lately? A mess. A complete, whole, entire, utter mess. Starting from the beginning, like, we moved. Sorry, y'all. It's been a bunch of time later. Camera battery died. And then I actually ended up getting on the phone call. Recap. So after we moved, we ended up staying with a family and friends for the entire summer. Then September rolls around, moved into an Airbnb. Was staying in the Airbnb from September to December. Yes, that is a long time to stay in somebody's Airbnb. And to keep costs down, there's these options to stay in shared spaces, shared Airbnb. So that's when somebody has like a big old house and then they rent the rooms inside the Airbnbs and everybody shares a space, like the bathroom and the kitchen. I didn't even know that was a thing, but depending on where you are and how nice the place is, it can be $60 to like $100. So we try to keep it on like the $65 a day end of the spectrum. When I say it was eating our pockets, and mind you, I'm still renting to drive Uber and Lyft, so I have to deal with that expense. And I have to deal with this. It is literally like I am living and paying all of this stuff, and I own nothing. So that became so tiring, so draining, and have to do it day in and day out. And driving is so hard. Like, at least for me, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like doing it every day in, day out for a living. I like it, but not that much. I don't love it. And I don't even like it a lot that much. It was so crazy just trying to find a place, and why it took us so long to find a place because I took out so many credit cards to pay medical bills for my mother and just for us to live and get by, because medical expenses are so expensive, especially dealing with Parkinson's. We ended up getting her grants, and just insurances were working with us, and because of her condition. So that was a lifesaver. But when she passed, I was trying to get car loans, and that just messed my credit up. Like, my credit, y'all, really went from like a 645, I believe, in January to like, now it is like literally in the 400s. Like, I am like, maybe that is even too transparent, but I'm gonna work on it and I'm gonna get it back together, because yeah, we gotta get it up. Like, just things like that can't. And then my apartment complex, we were looking for apartments. The credit score was a problem, and then in September they had put out a "we did not leave on time" thing on our record, which was so messed up. It's like, what? And we were having problems with them before. I don't know if y'all were watching my videos. I will try to briefly say it, but not really. But they were trying to overcharge us for the rent. Our rent was probably like $14.16, and they were trying to charge us $18.55, and we were trying to work with them to change it, and they would not change it for nothing. And then this thing happened, so it was like, what are y'all doing over there? Is it like incompetence? Is it negligence? Or do y'all just not vibe with us? Because I don't understand why. And it was a new regime of people, and because in that complex, we had a new regime of people like every year. It was a new faces. But these people, they stayed for like about extra year. So I don't know what was going on. And then when we went down there to sit down and talk to them, it was like a whole, except for like 2 people, it was like a whole regiment of other new people. So within a matter of like a month and a half. So I don't know what was going on with that, y'all, and I don't know why, but that inhibited us from moving forward. So we had to talk to a lawyer again to have the situation dealt with, because that was a huge, big, major problem. It wasn't until like to November that the situation was handled. So that's why we're here. I haven't vlogged since in like 6 months, 7 months. And I was filming some things here and there, but I just didn't have the time. I was just too busy working, and then when I come home, I am exhausted. Then I got a part-time job, so I can make money but still like chill out. Like, I'm not on the road. I'm not going here and there all over the city. Like, I just want to stay put. I want to be stable. So I ended up doing that. So that left me with no time to like edit and vlog. So then I just ended up just canceling my Adobe subscription. And I actually didn't cancel my Adobe subscription. I just stopped paying it because they don't allow you to cancel your Adobe subscription without them charging you. So I just let the time allowed it just pass through, and then they just canceled it on their own, because that was like $65 a month. $65 on top of everything that we were dealing with was just not going to cut it. And then I had nothing to vlog. I literally was vlogging what I could, which was like fragments and pieces, never really a lengthy vlog. It just stopped completely because I just had no time. And even if I had time, if I'm like charging a car or sitting in a coffee shop or something like that on my break, I'm not taking my camera every single day, just especially when I have a call full of strangers. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to minimize. And then I have to have my laptop too. That's just not going to fly. I put all of my stuff in storage, so everything was in storage. I was taking bits and pieces from them. Hopefully I can get like the bulk of the stuff out within a week or two. That would be amazing. Well, at least my clothes. Start with clothing first and like maybe like essentials. But yeah, hopefully like everything in a week or two, and probably like the furniture stuff in a month's time. Y'all, if y'all can see, I am maintaining my diet as much as I can, because I was eating so bad, y'all, like fast food so often. And that's because everything around me, like, you get so tired, you get so drained from these long days, you just have nothing but fast food around you, and then it becomes the cheapest options, especially that Burger King duo, that $5 duo, and that $5 and that $7 trio. Oh my god, y'all, that has saved me from starvation. Because first I was doing the kavas, and I was doing tropical smoothies, I was doing these Starbucks too, and all of that adds up. It added up so bad. Like, I was like literally drained. I would get money, and then it felt like it was leaving. So I just had to get like alternatives, like just cheap alternatives. So, but because we've been going to the market, so when I would get home, I would just eat salads. I would minimize bread, so we didn't get any bread, and then minimizing the sugar. That is what actually like balanced it all out, because I definitely had to have a balance. Y'all can see my face still looks like puffy, bloated. That's because of all that crazy stuff that's in that food. But yeah, I'm trying to get back to health, trying to maintain healthy actions, healthy living, a healthy diet, a healthy but consistent diet, like a way of life. We haven't had no beauty or nothing. I'm trying to keep my skin together. We've been stretching out skincare. That's what we have been doing, stretching out skincare, because there is no way I can afford skincare. Skincare is just like a luxury, unless you do like, I've been doing like my very affordable skincare, which I have to show y'all the video. I know I've been saying, if you've been watching my channel, if you're new, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you've been watching my channel, I've been talking about doing a skincare video forever, for shit, probably a year and a half now, and I am going to give you a skincare routine, my skincare routine, because I think it is affordable, and I think it's best. It is on the pricey side, but it's on the affordable pricey side. And then I also have an affordable, very affordable skincare routine, which I have been incorporating with my skincare routine on this 7-month journey. So the skin is not looking bad at all, so I'm happy about that. It probably can still look better, but it's not looking bad at all. Welcome to downtown, y'all. So it probably could be better, but we haven't been doing any beauty, any makeups, because of why? All we doing is driving people around town. We not going nowhere. We can't spend no money. I can't like do dinners and anything like that. I've been going to like a coffee shop here and there, but that's been like pop in, pop out, or trying to have a break of some sort. So we haven't had hair, we haven't had makeup, we don't have our clothes. It's been work, grind. And I'm not getting on YouTube and doing nothing but sad content. That's just not it. That's just not going to be it for me. What was it called? It was like the whole thing like last summer, like about grifters. YouTubers being grifters, and everybody needing money for something and begging the internet. Like, so many people are struggling. People need help, but also people are scammers. So you just have to take what you want. But if you're a good person, you're gonna give regardless. But as far as content creators, you're watching their content. So if somebody wants to give to their content creator that they're watching, that they are connected to, by all means. But I'm not gonna put all that. I'm not gonna put Sad Max content out like that, because I don't want to see people sad all the time and down in the drought. Give me a couple of videos like that. Give me your real life situation, yes, but don't make it a career. And I'm not going to make it a career. That's not my personality, and I don't want my content to be like that. So y'all not going to see me down in the outs all the time. I will get on here and I will express my feelings, and I will express sadness, yes, and be a little bit negative, maybe, not really though. You're not going to see a whole series about it. And that's just not in my personality to have people in my business like that. Like, I will tell you a brief summary, but that's about it. Living downtown has been really amazing. Everything is just in so close proximity, and I'm trying to hopefully get a full-time job down here in the area. So when I give up the rental car and hopefully get my car back, the cost won't be just so outrageous. And then I don't have that far to go when I go to work. I really want to get a car back so I can save up money. And I'll catch a little bus to work. I'll catch a Uber or Lyft to work, and hopefully it's no more than $5-10. And yeah, and go about my day, because I really need to save up, because it's just draining. The income is draining, and then plus it's just so many other stipulations. I will make a video about that. Ride sharing. It is so many stipulations with that I'm just not willing to deal with. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Obviously, y'all can tell the noise. The noise is so crazy. But that is something that reminds me of New York City. And y'all know y'all don't know, but I've always wanted to live in New York City. I've lived in New York City, but I want to go back there. It's like one of my main goals to have a place, have a residence. I want to have a residence here in Baltimore and in New York at the same time. One day. But yeah, it's just I love city life, city vibes, and it is completely different, but I'm enjoying it for now. But yeah, that has been what is up with me. That has been my life in a nutshell in 7 months. So hopefully we can get back on board. Hopefully y'all have not abandoned me. Hopefully we can just get back in the groove of things. And if y'all are new and subscribing, I really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. I have no idea what is going to be on this journey. Nothing looks the same. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just trying to navigate through life, but maybe we can navigate it through together. Give me some tips. Give me some ideas. Give me some advice. Give me some wisdom if you've been through the same journey, down the same route. Like, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I want to end the video now. Thank you for watching my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. I am Crisean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.